People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This one is called WTF. Say that it is not so. I am speaking about a BAIT gunman. He is known as Shawn. Government name, surname, Bowman. He is from a place called, close to Windward Road, a place called Outlook Avenue, tend to be specific. Here is the story. Maybe about 2 to 3 days ago, the P0L went along Norman Manley Boulevard. They went to pick up some sorts of body, apparently some victim. On their way back, they saw a little commotion on the road. They must say, wait a minute, I want to go on. They saw one man on the ground and the next man was over him. Not only this man was over him, he had a tool and he was piping up the man while the man was on the ground. Of course, the P0L doing their duty, pull over the little bus, jump out and say, listen, stop whatever you're doing. This is the P0L. It is said that when Shawn saw the P0L, him then turned the tool from the victim and turned it towards the P0L, or at least that is the P0L version of the story. It is said that the P0L then wheel and pop off some sorts of H00T and sword. Him jumping at some sorts of bush, take for himself. The P0L found some sorts of BLOOD trail and apparently the shirt that he was wearing. Now people, here is the thing that is funny about this story. There's a youth that lives in a place called Bowerbanks that is in Kirk. This youth is a serious youth. I am speaking about the victim in which the P0L saw Shawn piping up. It is said that Shawn is known in the area as some sorts of BAIT people. Shawn is a troublemaker. Shawn is always in all sorts of unnecessary entanglement with people that he know is more serious than him. The person which the P0L saw Shawn, I am not going to give the name for reasons. It is said that that man confronted Shawn before, clot up Shawn, clot him up with machete, all sorts of stuff. It is said that the dons from Homestead and Rockfort that govern the place call a truce and say, listen, the two are away from the same area. The two of us, this set of people, represent that set of people. So therefore, we cannot have any sorts of internal conflict. Call a truce, calm it down. It is said that Shawn again beat up himself on the man. The man confront him again in yard. However, Shawn has a brother. His brother's name is Tino. Tino would have lost his life after that incident. Tino know that Shawn is a waste man. However, it was his brother. He was not going to allow the man for clot up Shawn once again. So him wheel and pop off and say, this now gonna go on under my shift. It is said that Shawn was then relegated after the Dan them talked to him as a man that not even GUN him can't hold, because it seems as if him can't hold him composure. It is said that the man go back again for Shawn and then page the man again and say, listen, we no want no more of this. So everything was kind of calmed down for a little while. No sorts of conflict between Shawn and the man that keeps clotting him up because he kept on baiting up himself. People say, you don't know, say Shawn, I want a little waste man. Not even GUN bag this man supposed to be. However, it seems as if a little man getting in some sorts of trouble. So therefore he had the heat on him, meaning the P0L are watching him. So him know say, alright, me go link Shawn as a top GUN bag and make him hold on upon the strap. Me I go come back for it in a couple of days. It seems as if when Shawn have the toll, Shawn get haunted. Shawn start to reminisce. Shawn start to have all sorts of flashback of getting clot up by this man once again. So him decide say, listen, me I go look for the man. Me know which part him pass. Me know which part him always a walk. That was when he confronted the man. That was when the Popo was passing and spot Shawn confronting the man, piping up the man. And then the Popo jump out, and I told you the story before. Shawn take away himself. They found the shirt that he was wearing. They found all sorts of BLOOD trail. Come for understand, not only did Shawn dash with him shirt, him also dash with the people him told. It is said that the people him know the father, the people him know two of his brothers that lost their life because of badness. Them say, listen, tell your son, tell your brother, that was word to the father. Tell your son, say, listen, him have to go pay back for that toll because people, you know that is the average protocol in the garrison. Whenever you lose a toll, whether you dash it away, whether Popo take it from you, you are responsible. And if you cannot replace that toll, you are going to have to replace your life. Moral of the story is this. If you know that you are not built like that, leave people alone. Whenever you trouble people, whatever you get, you deserve it. Shawn got several messages. Shawn got several warnings. He was relegated to a gun bag. However, it seems as if even when them turned him in a gun bag, he still did not realize that he was not as bad as he feel. And it is not as if he needed any sort of warning to make him know the type of individual he is. However, them say if your ears hard, then your ASS is going to be soft. A hard ears make for SOFTASS. So therefore, him get couple of con, him runway, almost got KILLED by the Popo, almost got KILLED by the seaman in which he was SHOOTING up when the Popo intercepted the whole thing. Moral of the story is this. If you know say you're not bad like you think, it is best you leave the badness alone. Badness can only lead to a couple of places. In the big yard or the GRAVE yard. The way that Shawn is acting, more than likely, that is going to be his destination doom. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is becoming more and more obvious that Jamaica is a mix of the Cartoon Network and Bellevue Central. And this is based on the type of news that we hear coming out of our little island. I am going to speak of such one of those incidents. A couple of days ago, it was in the news that 3 wards of the state, them take with themselves from the Rio Cobre Juvenile Correctional Facility or Center, which is located in St. Catherine. This occurred on Saturday to be specific. Based on the information or based on what the CEO, the officer is saying, he was taking these people, chaperoning these people from the dining hall to their dorm. When they decide that, listen, you don't know, say, me no want a more extended stay. Me I go scale the fence. For those of you that are not patwa inclined, that means them I go jump the fence. Me say me can kind of understand everybody likes freedom. Nobody wants to be incarcerated. So therefore, I can understand where they are coming from, not saying that it is right. However, what I cannot understand is when I'm watching the news and it is said that the people jump 3 perimeter fences that is. When I look at these fences could be about 12 to 15 feet high, and all 3 of them had barbed wire all over it. So may I say to myself, it is not as if these people were trying to jump 3-foot hurdles where you see at champs. May I talk about 12 to 15 feet of barbed wire fences. Do you know how long it would take the most skillful escape artists to jump over 3 perimeter fence that are parallel to each other? That means them not there in a one line. You have to jump 1, jump 2, jump 3. Are you going to tell me that they don't have any sorts of posts at any of these facilities with people with all sorts of gun, or at least a button, or at least some sorts of pepper spray? That means by the time these 3 persons were struggling to go over fence 1, them couldn't call for backup, fence 2, call for backup, fence 3, call for more backup. These men ran out of this facility just like this. Needless to say, they call the relevant authority, JCF. They are investigating. However, the 3 youth them gone already. People, in my opinion, more than likely, this guard, CO, was on some sorts of phone, maybe on social media. Maybe he was getting some sorts of stressful call from his baby mother, so therefore he was not as observant as he needed to be. And the youth them pretty much walk out, or maybe them open the grill, open the gate, and the people them see a little leeway and just take with themselves. People, me just say, that is my opinion. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called, every day that the bucket goes to the well, one day the bottom it is going to drop out. People, the said principle can apply to your life, especially when you are living a life of crime. Your name is called up on controversial, illegal, illicit activity. I am speaking about a youth, Jovel Ferguson, also known as Fitzgerald Ferguson, OC aka Boy. He lost his life in a place called Reedspen that is in Brayton a couple of days ago. Based on the information, it is said that he was sitting on a wall where he lives when a vehicle rolled up. Of course, you know the story. People alighted out of the vehicle. Before he could jump off the wall, they made sure that he fell off the wall, broke up all sorts of corn in his upper body, in his head. All the king's horses, all the king's men could not put him together, just like Humpty Dumpty. He fell to a great fall. He lost his life. He was rushed to the place of recovery. However, people, no such luck. Too late was the call. The moral of the story is this. Most of these youths in Jamaica that are entangled in a dirty bungle, a lot of the times, the people that come for them, like the Grim Reaper, is usually friends turned enemy. A specific word, frenemy. They know exactly where they live. They know where they went to school. Them know which spot their mother and father there. So therefore, it is like fishing in a bucket. What is even worse, it is said that he got caught up maybe about 2 months ago. Him and them broke up. He was trying to block the SHOTS, or he was just dancing while he was feeling the heat. Don't know the circumstance. So he knew the type of lifestyle that he was living. He knew that he had enemy. However, he was still there posing up like 666. However, posing like 666 when there are serious enemies will make you be 6'6" deep. I am speaking about modern, may I talk about Dovecat. And that is the case in this case. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. I am going to be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.